the street. Hey, we got just what you need on Vitamin G. You rockin' with beasts, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. You rockin' with beasts.
I tried to have slow-mo here.
Final round. I already know how I'm coming, man. Try run the town. Tell no duck when they hear that sound. How they gon' come up now? Heavy as the head that'll wear that crown. I'm going pound for pound. And if it's about smoke, then we talk all of that. From an ounce to a pound. Take it, they biting this down. Cause my drip right up the seat. How could they be? Give me a couple of rounds. Cause I'm a beast when I'm on Vitamin G. You see they start crumbling now. Mad struck, start mumbling now. Get the gist, I ain't reaching for cloud. Plot twist, I'm the one with the keys. Clock glitz, know they look how I freeze. Different continents, I be torn. We living life, making yours look boring. See, we win at the end, it's a spoiler warning. Cause I keep heating up, I might blow the whole planet. They calling me toxic like global warming. But they keep tuning in once again and again. I'm the one at the top just to form a warning. Truly, I'm De Niro when it come to movies. Get De Niro, entertain the groupies. Habanero if you come pursue me. But I hop on the gang, too busy rolled up whenever my girl getting moody. Link up with the gang, we all go insane. Catching them bills on the duty. On the stick, see I'm locked in. Bought a box, I was like 10. Back then, used to box, nowadays they ain't throwing hands. Mama said we got more advanced. One thing about me, I adapt, bought a Glock fin. Keep me safe from the block in. The game kept me off the block. Ain't got flex about looting my Ruger. I can shit on you with my computer. See my graphics card costs more than your damn job can afford to pay you. And my monitor, big as hell, detail, so I can see when I spray you. To reload the clip and record the clip is go all say to that SSD. Know a whole lot of trill game heads like me wanna see tuned into that VGP. Take over the west and the east, and we got just what you need on Vitamin G.
Let me tell you, I also have Shiny Rapidash, Vileplume, Pidgeot, / and Raichu.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy FC Violent. We're back again with another weekly dose of that Vitamin G Gaming Podcast. You already know what it is. Oh man,
do they?
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. About to get into it. Been a lot of stuff that dropped, I guess, information-wise last week, and that we didn't get a chance to talk about, especially Halo being one of the topics. So we'll get into that. But first, let's introduce the panel. What's going on, my guy? I'm about to say Diclonius. Dante Crisis, man. What's going on, GG?
Do I sound American to you?
No.
Then how the hell did you get us both mixed up? Anyway, no, I'm good. Just having a nice alcoholic beverage before and during this podcast at 1 a.m. in the goddamn morning. Aside from that, things have been good. I enjoyed weekend. I'm near the end of Def Jam Fight for New York, which YouTube has been stretching my asshole with these copyright claims because of that goddamn game.
Oh, the music. Right?
It's because of the goddamn music. Every single one of them has been hit by either 2 or multiple copyright claims. It's fucking hilarious. This is why you should support your favorite content creators on Patreon, ladies and gentlemen, or by other avenues, because YouTube be loving them copyright claims.
Yes, they do.
Aside from that, I'm playing Borderlands as well with three other people. That has been fun. Because there's 3 other people. Because without it, Borderlands 2 is a little different. Borderlands 3, I think, is not that different from what I heard. But Borderlands 1 is so fucking boring alone.
Yeah, Borderlands 1 is boring.
Borderlands 1 is definitely boring.
So
Like,
Two
there's
gets
just
carried by Handsome Jack.
skags,
Yeah.
more skags.
oh no!
Oh, yeah,
There's so
skags
many
too.
skags. The second one, it's so funny because I'm playing with two Germans. I'm playing with two Germans, and in the second one we went into Skagland, and we were just killing them all. And I said, "Oh, you two should feel right at home because we're purging a load of things." So we called it the Great Skag Purge, in honor of the two Germans that were playing with me.
Which character are you?
Aside from that, what?
Yeah, what
Which
character
kind
you
of
in?
which
Oh,
class
I'm
are
playing
you?
Siren because I'm the fucking leader. I'm the boss. I'm the boss ass bitch.
Siren?
The boss ass bitch.
Let's go, Maya for the win.
I'm the boss ass bitch. Bitch. Anyway, aside from that, been playing some Killing Floor 2, which was fun. In big giant quotation marks. More Pokemon Go. I've nearly filled out my Pokédex because my gaming OCD just will not let it lie, and I just really fucking need to. Dark Souls 3 is whooping my ass, but in a good way, not like Dark Souls 2. Going through, finished the collector's base on Mass Effect 2 last week as well, and that will officially mean... and it's also official. After, and this is going to make some people here happy, after Mass Effect 2 is done and dusted and I've done Mass Effect 3, I will be finally, for the first time ever, be playing Kingdom Hearts.
Nice.
It is official. I will be finally fucking playing it because a viewer and Patreon of mine donated the money for the game for me, so I'm going to finally be able to do it. Aside from that, everything else is looking kosher. Got some good games coming up as well, and Metroid Dread is now officially a lock.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Real quick, Reggie, what's Dante's background?
Oh shoot!
Oh, none
wait,
of you
hold on.
fuckers are gonna get this. None
Let
of
me
you.
see.
I will
Hold
hold
on.
up. I will fucking stand up so you can get a good view of this. None of you will get this.
Yeah, let me
see
zoom
what
in
goes-
tight.
Yeah, I'm zooming in right now. I'm looking at it. It's looks like it's in the spaceship with lasers around the shit.
Oh, that's a spaceship.
Well, no
It's
shit.
in a circular.
Color schemes. Okay, hold on. What's that
Area.
flying by?
Not sure.
I got nothing. Wipeout.
Nope.
I think maybe what called Prey 1?
Nope.
Okay.
Like I said, none of y'all are gonna get
I
this.
don't know. Anyone in the chat knows what Dante's background is today? Yes,
I actually thought it's a wrestling homage to CM Punk, but no.
Nope. Not even a fan of his.
Uh-huh.
Give me a second.
I was gonna say like Star Wars, but I don't think it
Nope.
doesn't look like Star Wars.
Nope.
Almost like the one.
Is
I
this
have no
something with
No idea.
Warhammer?
Nope.
Alright, we'll
Okay,
give
yeah,
up,
I
we'll
give
give
up.
What is it, Dante?
Hold on. I don't think anybody's gonna get it. It is Elite Dangerous.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I
is
would
it
have
there?
never guessed that.
No, I would have never guessed that. I've been meaning to play that game actually.
Yeah, I never
It is space, and the best thing is, it's one of those games that got a goddamn VR conversion that isn't shit. In fact, it's actually fucking better. It's actually better with VR.
Nice. All right, that's what's up, man.
Told you weren't gonna get it.
Let's get to the rest of the panel. My guy.
This is just to explain. Sorry, what this is this is a space station. This is a space station that you go and dock with. What's interesting about Elite Dangerous is they don't arbitrarily add in, because Elite Dangerous tries to take a more realistic approach to space travel, even though they have faster than light travel, which isn't feasible at this point anyway. But the idea is, and anybody who knows their basic physics will know this, that one of the ideas of simulating gravity that they have for space stations is for it to actually be continuously in rotation.
Yeah.
To create artificial gravity. That's what the space stations in Elite Dangerous are actually doing. They are constantly actually turning simulate gravity.
You know a good show that kind of focused more on the physics aspect of it? It was on it was on Amazon. Was it on Amazon's Amazon Prime? Damn, what was it called? The Escape, I think.
The Expanse.
The Expanse. Yeah, they show how it has to rotate or whatever to cause, to cause artificial gravity or whatever. So that's what made me think of that. Well, how it's like cylinder.
Okay. FC. What the fuck is this poll?
What poll?
I'm looking at a poll right now.
I don't worry about it. we'll keep it moving. No. So the poll.
No. I want this addressed. What the fuck is this? Ego stroking, self-serving bullshit.
Who had the better PlayStation first-party swap choice?
It's got to be me and Dante. It's got to be me and Dante.
Kofi's last week's topic, and I mean the crowd unanimously picked me. I mean, what can I say? I know. Well, let's continue on to the rest of the panel. My God, Jube, what's going on with you, my G?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I've finished 12 minutes twice.
In 12 minutes.
Not in 12 minutes, in like 2 hours.
What's your thoughts on that? Because I know it's pretty mixed. I played a little bit, so I guess I'll withhold my thoughts, but I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, the story is really good. Gameplay can be clunky until you kind of get used to how like you move around and how everything works. I think it's mostly just the clunkiness of trying to move around and pick shit up.
Aren't all like point and click games pretty clunky though?
No,
I guess.
The ones what's not a clunky point and click game? I'd be curious to find out because I think
Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium. Yeah, I was about to say that. And that's
Sam Island series.
Sam and Max is pretty solid.
Divinity Original Sin.
No.
True.
Original Sin was it was clunky for me.
Danganronpa series. Danganronpa series is
okay.
Fair
enough.
Oh yeah, Danganronpa. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I think this game on PC is better. Just having mouse and keyboard support.
Well, the point and click games historically have never done well on console because of the control scheme. It's always been better on PC. Even the Monkey Island series, which I'm a huge fan of, and one of my favorites is Escape from Monkey Island, which was one that went to console as well. Was clunky, but that's because it was made to be on console.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not too bad. I'm not mad at it. I've had fun with it, and I'm gonna go ahead and 100% that, if not tonight, tomorrow. And then of course, outside of that, I'm excited for Psychonauts 2 to finally drop so I can play that. So those two things is what we rocking with this week.
Is it at 90 yet? Because I wanna congratulate Xbox on their first 90 of the Xbox Series SX.
No,
it's not. It's not a 90. I think it dropped down to like 80 something. The first 90 would be technically Flight Sim.
Yeah.
But yeah, we keep it moving. We'll talk about Psychonauts when we get to that topic. My guy Omar, what's going on with you, my G? What you been up to?
What's up? Yeah, I got. I realized. I realized. I just remembered. I didn't finish Yakuza. So not Yakuza. What's it called? Judgment. So I re-downloaded that, but then I started buying all type of games. One is Oxenfree. I'm excited to play, but then a few demos dropped. One is what's called? Let me see. Ultra Age. I really enjoyed it. It actually got voice acting. It got combat that's very interesting. So there's a demo of it. What happened is you're a dude that lost, let's say, his sword, and the only way you can fight is with temporary sword. So you need to manage your sword, and every time you deal damage, your sword worsens. Of course.
That sounds like Spawn.
Sorry?
Nah, just Dudu lost his soul, and every time he uses like a weapon or his powers, drains a little of himself. That sounds like Spawn.
Definitely
Sorry.
sounds like Spawn.
Yeah, but this one just with the sword, not himself, just his sword. It's very interesting because it makes you think, which weapon to use when and stuff like that. And you can also get more swords, and you can do special moves and stuff like that. It's an action hack and slash. The demo is up there on PlayStation. I don't know if it's on Xbox or not, but yeah, you can look it up. Other demo I tried is Tales of Arise, which I like, but I'm also a little bit disappointed in it. Mostly just with how they cut back on the voice acting. Most of it is just bubble speeches.
Thank you for reminding me, by the way.
When you go for the skits, which is Tales of Arise is known for, then you get a proper voice acting. Which, yeah, you can take that how you will. Another game I've been playing is Ghost of Tsushima DLC. And wow, I enjoy it. I'm loving the new enemy types. I'm loving the new upgrade, but I'm disappointed is with the skills. You don't get any more skills so far as what I played. So
I'd be happy if that's the case.
Sorry?
So sorry to interrupt. It's just sorry, I'm multitasking now. No, the reason why I'd be happy with that is because by the end of I'd say at least by the end of my playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima, like we are talking about Ghost of Tsushima, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. But yeah, anyway, yeah, at the end of Ghost of Tsushima, I felt like I was like mincing through enemies with all of the upgrades that I had, including everything that I had. So I would say I was craving something to come and try and kick my ass. So I mean, if this DLC is offering me a challenge without giving me more shit just to overpower myself, I'd kind of want that, because even though I was getting my ass kicked by enemies at the beginning, in the middle of that game, like at least I felt there was a challenge and there was a clear skill gap that I needed myself to kind of vault over. And I finally did, and then I got so goddamn powerful with my skills that nobody was touching me. I don't think they needed to add any more skills because you were already that damn good at the end of the main game.
Are you playing on normal or lethal?
I need to play on lethal. Actually, I need to.
I beat it on lethal. The joint's still easy.
Lethal in the normal game is easy, but the new one is very tricky. It's very interesting.
That's good. That's good. Like. You want DLC to be more challenging.
Yeah, I want it to be challenging, but I just wish it gave you a few more skills to make use of.
I wish my damn PlayStation 4 cloud save transferred over, but it is what it is.
Generally, I never ever heard of
it's a PlayStation issue. I don't give a fuck. That's a PlayStation
this specific
issue. No,
this specific game is a U issue. It's a U issue.
It's a PlayStation issue.
No, okay, so I'm sorry. When you got Jubei saying it's a you issue, I'm sorry. I'm officially stamping that.
I'm not what are you talking about?
I'm not listening to Jubei, this motherfucker.
No, this is like the first PS.
When you sell a console, don't you want to make sure you have your save somewhere? Don't you want to know, okay, is all my save protected in the cloud, or do I need to...
I'm a first world gamer, and with first world problems, meaning that my stuff automatically gets uploaded to the cloud, i.e. PC gaming, i.e. Xbox. I just assume it would be like that for the brand new PlayStation I got, but it doesn't do that. So like I said, it's a PlayStation
well. You just need to enable it.
I was gonna say
I have to enable an autosave. That don't make any damn sense.
Yes, if you want, because not all people care about the cloud.
This is the first PlayStation 4 to 5 upgrade that didn't have a shit ton of tweets about people complaining like it's so hard to get your saves. It just fucking works.
It's hard to get your save if you didn't. It's not transfer it in the beginning. How you gonna tell me it's not hard to save if I literally try to do it?
I did it.
How are you going to tell me? You sound like Omar.
Cloud saves. I had cloud saves.
According to me,
I'm going to tell you.
People are not having cloud saves because I didn't have a cloud save. What the fuck are you
I
talking
did.
about?
You
You
did
did
it
it
wrong, bro.
wrong.
You never
You
had
did
it
it
too
wrong.
long. All those years.
My save did not transfer, so i.e.
I'm sorry.
I have to restart the fucking game.
I just
And-
don't understand FC.
How do you not
I'm
understand?
sorry.
No. Do you know what I think it is? I think he forgot to turn on auto upload for cloud
Yes,
saving for
he
PlayStation
did.
Plus,
He
and now he's
did.
just trying to find something to fucking play.
Right, because his feature was like discussed in 2016. Like it's old.
Listen, I didn't think
It
I
is.
needed. I didn't think I needed to do that. I thought it was automatic.
Do you fucking
No,
see that?
So-
Dude, you selling
it
your
is what it
fucking
is.
console. Do you
Bro.
read that?
I thought it was automatic.
It's
Listen. I thought it was automatic.
It's a you problem. I'm sorry that you're having that problem. My only issue is that shit crashed on me a fuck ton the
You
first day.
sold,
And
They
that's
patched
it.
it, but
Hold
that's
on.
my only issue.
And he sold his PlayStation 4, so he's lost that save. as
Exactly.
well.
My save is fucking gone. My
This
badass
is
dude
fucking
on
double
PvP.
save.
My legend, my ghost legend, because I beat all the raids very easily. I'm a fucking god at the game. Is gone.
Ooh.
Oh,
Then
wait,
you can
hold
do it
on,
again.
hold
Hey,
on,
bro,
hold on. Time. You
And I
telling me
beat it
that
on
the-
lethal.
you
I am a
hold
god
on.
at the game. Omar, tell
you
these
tell-
people. This
Hold
game
on,
is easy.
hold on. You telling me that the multiplayer stuff is not? Wow. Okay, fair enough.
Well, I didn't check. I just assumed
Multiplayer
that- I
does
just-
transfer over.
It does.
So it's linked to your account.
Hold on. So the multiplayer
fair enough.
auto saves for you, right?
But
Is that
it's
what you're
linked to
telling
your
me?
account. No. Big
Your
difference.
multiplayer data should be part of your PS. It should be all part of the same package data.
It goes by modern standards where it's linked to your account now.
Oh, okay. So the multiplayer does that, but not the single player. Cool story.
Because it's a big difference. It's the same with Call of Duty. Your and Battlefield. Your solo play, your single player stuff is saved in a different file and is manually saved. Where all the other stuff goes to is tied to your account and is saved server side on their side, not in another cloud. So, like there's two different clouds.
I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
like-
that shit, man. Either
Bro,
way,
it's
the
okay.
point being, I don't have it. I have to start over. The point is, like, I'm so like.
But here's the thing. I
demotivated
bought it. We're
to
game
play it
sharing.
again?
I bought it. I used Jay Barry's money and I bought it.
Yeah,
so
well,
it's bought.
I got it with I got it from
So
both.
go
of you.
ahead and
No.
so go ahead and download it.
But the thing is, no, the game's already downloaded. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. Maybe I'll get back to it. It's just like the game is
you
mad
know what?
long, and I want to replay it. I don't like replaying games.
You don't
Hold
need-
on.
you
Did
just
play it on
play-
lethal? You
you
played it on
just
lethal, right?
Yeah,
You
I put
just-
it on lethal immediately because the game was way too
Then
easy.
do it. Yeah, then just replay it on lethal. Get all the
Lethal
goddamn
Plus. Yeah, replay it on Lethal Plus. Oh wait, you can't. You don't got your save.
Yeah,
Replay-
this motherfucker. You
you can play it-
Do you want my save? No. Do you want my save? I have pretty much everything.
That's probably what he
Like-
played
Can
it on.
you- can
Hold on,
you
that's
save-
probably
can you
what FC
save?
played it on. He probably played it on New Game, on Lethal New Game Plus. So why don't you just do it on like New Game Lethal?
My
Get
guy-
everything
My guy
out
is
of the
gone.
way,
Like I
and
tried. I looked
You
at.
just-
You'll be doing it on 60 frames as well. So
You
does
can
that do
literally
experience?
play it on easy, skip the cutscenes, and all you need is to get past the
And this time
second.
you'll have proper Japanese lip sync.
That's true. I guess. I mean, I do like the game, but like open
Also,
world
by the way,
games, repleting it.
Kofi.
It's draining.
I heard you salivating when I said 60 frames a second.
Yeah, I heard it. Like, listen, like, yeah, it's my fault for not, I guess, knowing that or having to go through the systems to click on auto save when everything else in the world does that. But you know, it's cool. Anyway, continue on. My bad. Who's it? Omar?
Omar.
I said you can play it on what's called on easy, skip every cutscene, and just get to the second
I'm not crap gamer,
map,
bro. I don't play
and you're
on
good
easy.
to go for the DLC.
Okay, maybe. We'll
But
see.
other than that, yeah, no, I
That's
play.
like, no, it's not happening.
Yeah,
His voice.
yeah. I'm just right at this point. I'm waiting for part 2. Fuck it, y'all just enjoy DLC. I'll just look at the story. I don't know.
No, the story.
I don't
is
like replaying games like Hades. I beat it once. I'm not going back. I don't know.
interesting. The story for Ghost of Tsushima DLC is very interesting. It adds a lot to Jin character, which I'm very interested in. Other than that, yeah, I hope it's set a sequel, but I need
Oh, they're
to
making a
see
sequel.
how
They're making a
the
sequel. It's
story.
supposed to be mainland Japan, right? Aren't they supposed to go to the mainland? Jin. Oh, I don't want to ruin the shit for people. My bad. Yeah. Carry on.
Yeah, no. Other than that, yeah, that's it.
All right, that's what's
I
up,
still
man.
need to play. Oh yeah, one last thing. PlayStation got some crazy fucking sales. Like I bought two One Piece games, One Piece World Seeker and One Piece something Red something. I forgot. It's an old game.
What is it's not Burning Blood, is it?
No. Burning Blood. I have it on CD. I actually enjoyed Burning Blood for what it is. Other than that, I bought Oxenfree, which they announced the second one, and I still need to play the first one. But now they have 75% off on indies, and beforehand it was AAA titles. But the problem is they also have
Buy Hades. Make sure you buy Hades.
Hades is still at the normal price, which is 25.
Support your developer, sir. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, but I'm not into what's called roguelite right now.
I'm about to say Yeah, he did.
So
I'm about
many
to say
games
you're
to
capping
play.
hard right now.
No. I love Binding of Isaac.
I'm about to
I
say,
would love
the same guys who made it,
Hades.
didn't they? No, wait, they made
But
another game.
these games you play when there is basically nothing to play. Because roguelite, you genuinely need to play a lot in order to finish the story. Like Hades,
Yeah, you gotta beat it multiple times. But
10 times.
I think it took me, I don't know, maybe like I'm gonna say 6 hours or so to beat Hades.
It's basically it all depends on your build. How good is your build? How good is not your build? That's it.
I agree. I died a lot in Hades. I think I only died like maybe 9 times in Returnal, but Hades I died a lot. But I had to go find out like it really is about your build because you don't want to get into the part where you just get random booms for no reason. You gotta have to actually have some type of strategy in what you're getting. That helped me a lot once I figured that out.
Omar, while the rest of the panel's going, can you check something on PlayStation for me? Because it'll be easy for you to boot yours up. Can you just look on the PlayStation Store and tell me how much Fist of the North Star Paradise Lost is?
Which one?
Fist of the North Star Paradise Lost.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it up for you.
I got people who really want me to play that game, and I've been waiting for it to go on sale or find a fucking physical copy. But that thing's like finding a PlayStation 5.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I bought it on sale while too, and I've been sitting on it.
It's right now it's 20 euro.
So it's probably about £15, so I might actually be able to pick it up.
All right, let's go to the rest of the panel. My guy Pharaoh, man, is your joint working? I see you muted yourself. No.
There is no discount on it, eh?
No, this is no discount. Pharaoh. All right, Pharaoh, let me know when you get that stuff working. Right now, you muted yourself. There you go. Say something. Tragic. All right, well, let me try to do some test stuff and then
he's having technical issues. So yeah, swoop back around.
We're moving on. My guy Reg, man, what you been up to, bro?
What is going on, guys? Just got back from vacation, a little mini vacation, so that's been nice.
Where'd you go?
Bethany Beach.
Okay, that's Delaware. Delaware, right?
Yeah, Delaware.
Yeah.
So it was a nice time there. Spent a couple days out there with family. So that was good. And on very fortunate news, I am sorry to report, guys. Unfortunately, we're going to have to close down the VGP OnlyFans page, and we're gonna have to figure out another way. I'm not sure yet. I'm working on it, but you know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hit up. We're gonna have to hit up Pocket Stars real quick.
We're just gonna have to admit, like all of these women, we're just gonna have to finally admit to ourselves, we're actually porn stars. All right, we're all of it. We are porn stars, and we just finally need to admit it. We've been getting fucked all these years. We've been putting it on videos, trying to deny that we're porn stars, but now we just need to finally move over to RedTube or Pornhub.
You guys.
I'm just an entertainer who makes content for fans.
There it is, and you missed unfortunately we had to, like you said, we had to close it down, and the most popular upload that we had was Reggie's casting couch. So unfortunately, you have to go with that.
Unfortunately,
hold on. I thought our most popular video was Jubei pounds some dude in the ass on spiders.
I don't know about
So-
that. That must have been a different category. Must have been unlisted. I don't know how you got to that.
Oh, come on,
dark web stuff.
you really don't get that joke. Come on.
No, I don't.
So
Did you man not physically pound a dude on fighters? Who was that?
weird.
Zero.
Couldn't be me. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, he's talking about
crazy
you.
if that
Oh,
was
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Like,
Now they get it. Now everybody gets it.
Yeah, that was for free. You know what I mean? Like Reggie's gamer skills.
that was a taste.
That was a preview. That was a preview to get them
Yeah,
incentivized.
free smoke. But anyway, what other than catching L's, Reggie, what's up?
You also forgot about the video of Persona getting smacked 3-0
There it
in
is.
a game he actually plays. I don't even play that damn game.
Oh, that's tragic. That's tragic. That's like me 50-1 with my guy Despaired. Game of Despaired, man. So
Hey, he still got you in the other game, bro. Y'all need to find a third game.
I got more kills than he did. I got more kills in that game than he did in Halo. I killed that motherfucker 5 times. So there you go.
It needs to come down to a speed run, like not even a competition. It needs to come down to who can play this game and finish it the fastest. Live stream that, like who can finish this game the fastest.
We have to go 1-on-1. Like I'll do a fighting game. I don't even play fighting games. He'll get washed in that too. But anyway, Reg, go ahead, man. What you got going on?
Otherwise, that's been it since I was on vacation. I didn't have much to play. I was playing as usual Pokemon Unite. Just sort of making that through. Jump back into Phoenix Wright for a little bit.
I know you saw me tag you with the glory that's all that is the Hades. You know when I finally beat it.
I'm impressed. However, like you said, you were done. It's like it's not technically done.
I know,
Nope.
but I just don't want to go back.
There's a lot more to do.
No.
But I mean, if you're done, you're done. But
Once
I will
beat
say,
Hades,
like,
I keep it moving.
there's some new stuff there.
I
like,
hear it's easier once you do it. It's like a lot quicker, which I imagine.
Yeah,
because I would just probably make
Yeah,
the
it
same
gets
build.
easier the better. Like the more you understand, the easier it gets.
Yeah, it's at that point. I watched it. I still have 3 of my lives, so.
Yeah, and then when you get to the point where you can put on the heat gauge and then just personally challenge yourself. So like every hit takes half health or things like that. Otherwise, that's really been it. Like I said, because I was on vacation, I didn't have a lot of time to play much of anything. Just did Pokemon Unite. Utterly just beasting on people with Wigglytuff, who was now my new favorite character. And just having a blast with this. It's so good. I can't believe Tencent is involved with this in some fashion.
Well, I mean, the Kings of Mobile. Right? Doesn't Tencent also own Riot Games?
I believe
They own I believe they do. They also
the
own
League of Legends, so that makes
Epic.
sense. So I mean, they own the king of MOBAs in League of Legends.
They own it, dude.
That is true, yeah.
Once you realize
got
what
Pokemon.
Tencent has, you need
Tencent's
to
dangerous, bro.
look up what Tencent really has their fingers in. They got their fingers in a lot of fucking companies.
Yeah, man, they're
Something
dangerous.
you might not even know.
They're definitely
Other than
dangerous.
that, waiting for that September 3rd to drop once more. Marvel is about to bless the world with another great movie. So otherwise, that's it.
Oh no!
Wait, which movie is that?
For that one, I'm all support. I gotta support my Asian
You would
brothers.
be. I knew you would
I
be
got-
one of the martial arts one.
I gotta support my Asian brothers in martial arts. You know what it is. That's the only time you will not get any Marvel slander from me.
Terrible.
But after that day, September 4th, I'm back at it.
Pharaoh came back right at the time.
There you go.
I hear him. He
I
lives.
told you. We had the Captain America symbol, and he just came out the woodwork, man. What's up, man? What's going on, Farrell?
Nothing much. Drivers on my Bluetooth decided to disappear from my PC, so
Oh, tragic. That's
I had
how
to go
I'm using
analog.
enough. Sorry, go ahead. What you been up to, man?
Nothing much. I'm kind of disappointed. It was a busy weekend, so I didn't get to touch 12 minutes.
Oh,
Blame Kofi for that. And yeah, I played a little bit of Madden, the new one. And Art of Rally, I played that. The indie game.
yeah. How is that?
It's pretty
much,
good.
There's so much stuff, man. I still gotta beat the bird joint.
It's pretty good. It's not a racer like you would think.
Just
It's
arcade.
more like it's kind of like you cruise around the map and you find like little things that you gotta find. It's like 3 different types of things that you find. It's a cool little game though.
Word.
You know, you can like work on your drifting and things like that. But yeah, I think it's a cool little game. I would recommend it. Something that you can dive into 20, 30 minutes and be satisfied with.
Word. Okay. That's what's up, man. All right, man. Last but not least, my guy Kofi, man. What you been up to, my G?
What is going on, guys? Very similar to Reggie and Farah. It's actually one of my slowest weeks. It's actually because one of my kids was sick, so I was pretty much nursing him back to health. But God bless, he's doing better. So yeah, it really has been a lot of getting through Judgment. I think I'm already up to chapter 10, so I'm like really coming to the end of the game. Just really enjoying some of those side quests. The game is really great, and I'm glad I got a nice refresher for next month when Yagami gets to return in 2021.
Yeah, there's so much games in 2021, man. What do you so far I'm playing? I know you play some of Yakuza. You play Yakuza 7. Which one do you prefer more, the Yakuza style timeline or Judgment with its like own? Even though it's similar,
I'm gonna say
same
I
worlds
like Yagami
in a sense, but Yagami versus the Yakuza.
Like Yagami versus Kiryu versus like Majima, maybe. Like I'll say this: I prefer Yagami because this might sound kind of cliche, but I guess where he is in his life feels closest to like my own life, even though like there's so many differences. But like Kasuga and Kiryu, well, Kiryu is younger in Zero, but Kasuga is old. Like Ichiban, he's like 40. So, and he's like homeless, and I mean his story is amazing too. But
it's
I don't know,
relatability factor.
Yeah, and like I'm not taking a dump on Seven. Seven's amazing in so many different ways, but I think Yagami and his swagger. There's something about his swagger. I'm like, this guy is so cool. Like when I think of like the coolest
his fighting
protagonist
style is dope.
from
His fighting
10-8,
style is dope.
Yeah, and his fighting style is dope. But I'm sure you've seen like he has a new Snake style that's coming in Lost Judgment. So
no, you already know.
I don't
know. I'm gonna be playing that. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's coming out. Like I mean, you know we're gonna get it. But like when he's ever in a confrontation, his attitude, his swag, his calmness. It just is really cool to me, and I haven't seen anybody cool like that since Sam Gideon, back in Vanquish. So yeah, I'm all about it. Outside of that, I've been playing what other game? Oh, I've been back to Disco Elysium, so I'm still playing that. The game is really fantastic. The voice acting is really fantastic. You really feel like you're in this city, Revachol, and there's so much history that you can learn. You can talk to veterans, and obviously you're trying to solve a murder and all this crazy stuff. So doing that. I'm playing a little bit of Trails into the Reverie, which again is the 10th game in this Trail series that came out last August in Japan. I'm prepping for its sequel, which comes out at the end of next month as well, which I might or might not be doing a fan translation for. I really can't say much on that until next month. And there's all these indie games I want to play, but I can't play them all. So I have been on the fence. One of them, Omar mentioned, which is Ultra Age. Then there's another game that plays kind of like Advance Wars called Fuga Melodies of Steel. It's made by the CyberConnect 2 team. Came out at the beginning of this month. There's Baldo and the Guardian Owls, which is like this Nino Kuni inspired like top-down like action RPG. That comes out the 27th.
That looks great.
It looks great, right? There's so many good ones. Another one that was released already on Xbox and on Switch that comes out at the beginning of September is called Tourist. It kind of looks like almost like Minecraft Dungeons or like 3D Game Heroes, the From Software game. It's kind of like I know Jube. I think you played this game.
Which one?
It's called Tourist with a Y.
Oh, Tourist? Yeah, I played it. Mm-hmm. Fun.
Yeah, that finally comes out on PlayStation. Like on the 9th.
Yeah,
or something like that.
It's fun. I definitely recommend it. It's fun.
Yeah, pretty excited about that.
For what though? Is it only in Japan or worldwide release?
Which one?
Baldo's
worldwide.
Worldwide. Okay, yeah.
There's one more game that I really am excited about, and it's only on Steam and Switch. I'm curious if Dante has had this on his radar. It's called Eastward. Yeah. Has anybody seen this game?
What's it called?
Eastward. Go look up the gameplay of Eastward. It's almost like a Link to the Past with like, I hate to say what it kind of reminds me of because I don't think that's fair, but it's got like this kind of like main character and what seems to be like a daughter character that is your ally. But it's almost like, but it's got like that what do you call it? Link to the Past aesthetic to it. It looks fantastic. We first saw at like Nintendo's Indie Developer Conference like 3 years ago, like 2018, 2019. It's finally coming out on the 16th. Looks incredible, at least to me, because A Link to the Past is like my favorite Zelda.
What's the name of it?
Eastward.
I have it up right now.
Only on Steam and Switch so far.
Yeah, I got a laptop. I can play it.
Yeah, just tons of really cool indie games, but like I have to give up all the indie games because
so many
I've got Death Stranding, and I cannot miss Death Stranding this time around.
Well, you didn't beat Death Stranding? I thought you beat it.
No.
What? You didn't check it.
Where the Death Stranding released 4 days before Persona 5 Royal, and I just chose Royal at the time.
Chose the wrong game.
And so, yeah, I took the bullet for that. But this time around, there's no missing it. Like, I'm going to go from scratch on this new upgrade.
I'm going to be right there with you, Kofi. I didn't play Death Stranding. I got it for $23 on a sale.
So much shit.
I did.
You would not even rent the game.
Did I pay $60 for it? Did I pay $60 for it? No, I paid $23 for it, and then I'm about to pay $10 for the deluxe edition. We're good. That's $33 total, and I get all of it.
Speaking of re-releases, before we move on, can I just give a, because we're not going to be talking about this, but I feel like these guys deserve a fucking shout out for this. Night Dive. They are now reaching my top 10 favorite studios of the current century.
Really?
Because they just will not let games die, and I love it because they're the guys who recently remastered Quake.
Oh, recently.
Oh,
yeah,
I heard that game is good.
That's them. Of course, it's great, dude. He's like the fucking. It's like one of the fucking. He's the fucking. He's part of the trilogy of fathers of first-person shooters. That Doom and Wolfenstein, all by id Software. But these dudes will not let games die. They did the Turok remaster. They did the Turok revisions. They did Doom 64 when Doom Eternal was coming out. They've done Shadow Man. They did System Shock 1 and 2, and they're remaking the original System Shock as well, 1-to-1. These guys are. I want to give them all the retro games that we can, because we talked about this before about us just not being historian. No, about the history of games just being lost because either codes get disappeared or they're never updated. Give it all the fucking Night Dive and just let them just re-release all fucking games for modern systems and modern PC hardware. I will fucking buy it. I will keep them in business myself if need be. These guys are fucking angels sent by God himself.
Fair enough.
Because their work on, I'll say this, their work on the Quake remaster is just as good as their work on Doom 64.
Nice. Salute the chat, man. We're about to get into these topics, man. Salute everybody that's coming in. Make sure you karate chop that like button and share this to gamers everywhere. What's up, Joseph P, Dragonheart Yobi, Amadeus Helsing, Rodimus J, Stanley Francis,
Francois,
Joster Plays. Salute to all of you guys. Share this out to gamers everywhere, and make sure you definitely karate chop that like button. And for the poll, as the second best during Kofi's PlayStation first party, if you were the CEO, and the winner is actually a combination of Dante and Nubs, because you guys both had the same damn thing. And Reggie had 0. Nobody wants that Pokemon and PlayStation.
Wait, I thought I also we didn't have it 1-to-1. Didn't I also say Valve?
I think that was a different.
I think that was a different one, because I mentioned Naughty Dog with Valve.
No. You did. Yeah. You did Valve, and then you did the makers of fucking Cuphead. So all right, fair enough. Dante wins second place. Anyway, let's
second place after the poll of just you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, we'll keep it moving. I don't want to spend too long on this topic, but Psychonauts 2, man. Dante, particularly you, sir. You've been giving the head of this studio so much shit for like literally a year. Every time it got delayed, 3 times or so, and you gave so much shit. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's in a way refreshing to see that it's getting critically acclaimed at the moment up there.
Hold on. Are you
Okay.
going to elaborate? What have I been giving Jason Schreier shit for?
Not Jason
Are
Schreier.
you just going to leave it as...
No,
it
Jason
is Jason.
Schreier?
No, Jason Schreier. Fucking...
Todd Howard.
No, it's not Todd
Not
Howard.
Todd Howard.
It's Howard shit
He's
anymore.
talking about the nigga
give him crap,
that's the head
anything.
of that's the head of Double.
Yo, come watch him out.
Schaefer?
Watch him out.
Schaefer.
Yeah, Schaefer. It's
Tim
Schaefer.
Schaefer, that's
What we learned
it.
from this
Tim
is that
Schaefer. Yeah, Tim
gives
Schaefer. No,
everyone shit.
are you good? Yes, I give everybody shit.
That's true.
But no, are you actually going to elaborate on why I give?
I'm just
Tim
saying,
Schaefer shit?
you always say
No,
it's over.
I'm not
He
been
spends too
giving
much
him
money. He goes over, which is all
How about-
valid. And then
Thank
you basically,
you.
but you also said that he was overrated.
No. I never actually have said that he's. I think he's a bit of a twat because of
Okay.
the shit that he said. I've never said that he's been over. I don't believe I've ever said he's been overrated. And if Past Dante really did say this, then fuck that guy. But no, I've always been consistent on the fact that I don't think Tim Schaefer is a nice human being because he said some shit in the past that I vehemently disagree with and has come off like a massive twat before.
Fair
He's
enough.
used up a lot of fan money when it came to a lot of his projects like Cave Story and hell, even Psychonauts 2 in a sense, because that was originally fan funded as well.
Yep.
And the other one, which is a undeniable fact, is he makes very expensive games. Psychonauts 1, Brutal Legend, Cave Story are all all over budget. He went over budget on all of those games. So I've never said anything about the quality of his games because Psychonauts 1 got the reception that it deserved,
Cult
and
classic, yeah.
rightfully so. Brutal Legend, though can be repetitive, is a lot of fun, especially carried by the fact that they got fucking rock legends like Lemmy, Ozzy Osbourne to play in it with Jack Black as well, who clearly was having a blast with it. Like, I've never turned around and said like I said, if I said he's overrated, then fuck past Dante.
Fair
But
enough.
and he's put out good games. I shit on him and his practices. I don't believe I've ever shit on his games. And
Fair
I've
enough.
turned around and even said, I want this game to do well. Because we mentioned this, like, I think it was like a month ago, when I said that because we were talking about when does the fucking uptick start for Xbox with their games.
Yep.
And I said it shouldn't start with Psychonauts 2, it should start with Halo Infinite, because that's the one that
But it
they've
started last
actually
year.
put. Yeah, because Halo Infinite is the one that they themselves have put like all of the money into.
From the ground up, yes. But
Yes.
this might be another topic maybe for next
Well,
week or so.
No, we've talked about that before. But my point is with Psychonauts 2, I've said that the only thing I've said was if Psychonauts 2 came out as it was intended before Microsoft's involvement
It wouldn't
and
have
pumped
done
more capital into it, it would have got, in my opinion, the same score that it's got right now.
I disagree.
And I still stand by that, but I'm very happy that Psychonauts is getting in the high 80s. I'm very fucking happy for you.
Fair enough. The reason why, and I guess this is just a preview, and maybe we'll talk about next week, is because in Brian Fargo, studio head of NXL, had something similar with Wasteland 3. When Microsoft backed the money, he actually added voice acting, added more polish to the game to elevate it. Like he mentioned that with the extra money, it could actually push your game from, he said 5 to 10 points or something like that, which that game ended up being like an 85 Metacritic and was one of the best RPGs that I think of last year. And
Oh, absolutely.
Right
And
now,
this game, if we go by that metric, this game still would have been over an 80.
right, fair enough. But right now, it's mid to high 80s and it's doing really well. A lot of reviewers are mentioning it could go to the game of the year category. That's how good it is.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's I feel like that extra polish helps with it. That's another studio who's
It's-
been bought. That kind
here's
of
the
just
thing, like,
mirrors itself. So go ahead, Jube.
It's just as good as the first one by score standards. Then that's what everybody's saying. So I mean, of course, it's going to be in that conversation.
And one of the things that we need to we need to remember is the original Psychonauts, though reviewed well, sold poorly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that was one of the biggest. Which obviously I doubt this one has I doubt this one's gonna suffer that much of an uphill battle because you've got let's be fair, you got a goddamn fan base, an Xbox fan base that will lap this up just to try and get it to that game of the year to prove a point. And yeah, it's at 87 now on Xbox.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Game Pass increases engagement, increases sales.
And PC is at 89.
Yeah, fire, fuego.
Yeah, go with the highest score here.
But yeah, no, like that will help it. Like current industry will definitely fucking help it. But also, like I say, you got to add in a lot of factors. This will not suffer from not selling less. So it might. The thing is Psychonauts 1, I don't even think was up for Game of the Year contender when it came out. If this one does, it needs to be on its own merits, not by sales, because because that's like the one thing I always hate about.
It's going to be by engagement.
Game of the Year is not determined by sales, though.
No, but it has recently though. That's one of the. That's what I was about to say is.
Death Stranding got nominated for Game of the Year. It didn't sell all that great.
Actually, it did. That Kojima said it. I'm just saying off of what Kojima said. It has
Sony
sold.
standards. I'm sorry, to Sony standards, it didn't sell all that great.
Yes.
Well, up until now, it's like 5 million. Which
I think it's actually more than that. I think it's around.
Maybe it's
I need
more
to check that. But my point is the recent trend of gaming is that like there's a lot of games that should have gone up for Game of the Year multiple goddamn times over. But the problem is a lot of it is moved by metrics and the amount of units that it's sold. Unfortunately, so in a perfect world, Psychonauts 1 should have been for Game of the Year when it came out, but it didn't. I don't believe it did. I'll double check my facts because it didn't sell. It didn't move the units, which I'm hoping. I'm hoping Psychonauts 2 does move the units and gets that engagement because moving units and engagement means more to your game getting into Game of the Year than how good the actual game is these days and has been for a while, unfortunately.
I'm interested to see just how much sales it's going to get because I've seen a lot of PlayStation
have
fans
over 5 million players easy.
are not gonna buy it on PlayStation 4, including myself. I'm waiting for the PlayStation.
You're not gonna get a PS5 version.
You're not gonna get a PS5 patch, bro. It's not gonna happen. They're not going to allocate money. No, they're not gonna allocate money to another fucking platform. You have the game.
This was already announced.
They've already said they're not doing it.
It's the same thing with how Cuphead will never go to PlayStation.
Okay.
We will
Guess
see.
what?
Cuphead is not first party.
Microsoft does not own Cuphead or NDHR. They absolutely own Double Fine's ass. Period. And they agreed. Hey, you're getting a PS4. You're getting a IP too. You're getting a PS4 version. That's all they promised. Contractually.
Contractually they would have signed.
They said PS4 version.
Contractually, they would have signed for a PlayStation 4 version. This was before the PlayStation 5 and Series XX were out. So they're contractually obligated to go for that one. There is no reason why they will put a PS5 version.
Microsoft is not going to devote money to being like, let's make this game better. It's not going to happen.
You also got to realize this. Go ahead, Pharaoh.
Head of first party.
Yeah,
the head of first party have already made this public.
Yeah.
That it's not happening. They said it last year. They said, PlayStation will get the PS4 version. We will honor that, but there will only be one next gen version. Yeah.
You also gotta realize after this game launched and they're probably gonna take a break, they're going into the new IP that they're already making. They said in 2018, he said that they were already working on a new IP, so that's their focus. Yep. But anyway, for those PlayStation guys and PC guys, definitely try it out. It scored high. You have no excuse now, so that's something a little bit different.
Hold on. It scored high, trash graphics and all. So obviously,
gameplay
that didn't matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say gameplay is always king. But I can't wait to try it out. We'll do a deeper dive on it once we actually play it.
I might need to just because I wanted to double check myself. Game of the Year's in 2005. Psychonauts didn't sniff any fucking nominations.
They didn't have like a traditional Game of the Year, right? I mean, before now it was Spike.
No,
right? Spike
yeah,
Awards.
but that was the Spike Game of the Year awards. Like
there was Spike in 2005.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Like
Either way, they still scored
That was
high.
obviously the precursor before Jeff Keighley broke away and started doing pretty much his own fucking show at that point. But It didn't sniff Game of the Year because Game of the Year that year was God of War, Resident Evil 4, Call of Duty 2, World of Warcraft, and Fear. You know what? This is kind of what I'm talking about. This just to point out what I'm talking about because it didn't sniff any of the goddamn categories. Looking at this is what's the most insulting and why I turned around and said that metrics and sales and shit move. Fucking best action game. Like, Psychonauts didn't fucking sniff it, even though it deserved at least a nomination. Fucking 50 Cent Bulletproof got a fucking nomination that year.
And that game is garbage!
Yes,
oh, God.
that's all well.
I always heard good things about it.
No, it's trash.
Bulletproof can be entertaining. Blood in the Sand, which is the sequel, is absolute shit.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Celeste
Game
is
Pass
also
going to guarantee high engagement.
Yeah.
It's going to get at least 5 million.
It's not. I'm not worried about that. But anyway, let's move on to the Halo topic. For those who don't know, if you've been living under a rock, Halo Infinite will not be launching with co-op. It will not be launching with Forge. I think co-op's 3 months after launch. Whenever they do a launch date, I imagine it's in November. And Forge is what? 6 months out after
Jesus fucking Christ, 6?
It's Forge.
Yeah, they said 6 months.
But anyway,
Forge though.
Co-op's coming first.
That's niche. That's niche.
So,
Forge is niche. You know that.
So I want to have you guys say, and then I'll go with it. Being I'm probably the biggest Halo person here. So
Lies.
You're bigger than me.
Okay.
I didn't say I'm bigger than you.
Stop?
I said here.
But lies.
Here. Who's bigger than me?
We about even. You might be better than me at the game, but we about even.
Okay.
Can I start this off because I'm
definitely better.
Advise some people.
Go ahead.
Right. So it launching without Forge. It can be understandable, but 6 months. That's way too much.
They gave an explanation for Forge.
You said. I know, but you turned around and said that co-op is going to take like 3 months, 2 months, 3 months.
They said 3 months after launch.
3 months. They should have delayed it 3 months, and then obviously it would have been 3 months till Forge. I feel like that would have been better because let's not forget. Hear me out. Let's not forget. Remember how much Halo 5 got its asshole absolutely stretched for not having fucking co-op, and now everybody who is talking that shit then is being absolutely fucking silent now. I love that. But
it didn't have couch co-op, bro. It had co-op, just not couch.
But now
it was online.
But my point is, everybody's now fucking silent with the fact that Halo Infinite is launching without co-op.
I don't know about silence. There was a lot of noise.
I'm not mad.
It was a lot. It was a lot of noise.
I
mean, it was not silent on both sides. Xbox.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Now here's the thing. I'll say this.
It was not quiet.
They should have delayed it. No, I'm talking about the people who said because co-op's always been a staple of.
Okay, but is lack of multiplayer co-op for this campaign is that worse than Craig? Is it worse than Craig? Because if it's not, there's no reason to fucking delay this game.
It's just as bad, yes, actually, in my opinion.
No, it's not. No, it is not. No, it is absolutely not. It is.
I'm gonna hold my peace. I just want to have friends to play with.
My first foray into all Halo campaigns is by myself. Because guess what? I don't need you running ahead of me, causing a cutscene there, and I'm not enjoying myself. You're changing the pace.
Then I don't. Then you've never. Hold up, motherfucker. Then you've never played with me because you were doing that exact same shit with me.
Exactly. But we've already played these games though. That at this point, like, are your first experience in this? You want to sit there and enjoy it. You're not going to get the same experience
with the right people. Then you weren't playing with the right people. But besides the point,
salute to Lord David. You're Master Chief, not Master Chief and the Master Chiefettes.
Exactly, but here's my other thing with that. This is their first open world RPG-ish Halo.
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that with fucking co-op without fucking something up? You have to think: are you gonna be tethered to the other players? Meaning you guys can't really separate. You can't really separate from each other. Like there's so many things that we have to think about that could go wrong.
I have one theory.
I'd rather them fix it before they ruin the game.
I have one theory with that, and that's having played Borderlands. It wouldn't surprise me if they kind of go with that mentality.
And
like
that's
if you want to move to another location, you need to actually get to the location, hit the button, and then everybody gets fucking teleported.
And that's
dumb. That's the only real way, though. That's the only real way to do it.
Yeah.
Or you can just talk to the guys who are doing it already, who already made the best Halos, because Bungie's already doing that with Destiny.
Hold on.
Hold on. No. I got some smoke. I got some smoke for Destiny.
Decline, bro.
Hold on. No. I can't stand Bungie. These ex Bungie. These like, Bungie's the greatest. This is the same motherfuckers that launched Destiny 1 without a fucking story. I don't want to hear shit about Bungie. Okay,
my phone.
Trash ass
phone to
Bungie.
get the story.
The same developer that made a first person shooter 30 frames. The same developer.
Change the fact that they made one of the greatest
from Halo 1 to 3, 30 fucking frames. And they only had on one console.
First-person shooters of all time.
I don't want to
series
hear
of 1
Bungie's
to 3 is
overrated
better
as
than
fuck.
anything 343 has done.
Negative.
You know this to be true,
Negative.
Doug. Like, I don't know why you keep saying this.
I love Halo. I love Halo 2. I love
we
Halo
talk
3.
about old
But it's not
stuff,
better
and
than
you be
Halo
like,
5. It's not better than Halo 5. Multiplayer-wise.
Halo 5 multiplayer is
the best.
pinnacle. It's
the
the best multiplayer.
Like, it's not even.
It's the best multiplayer as a complete package.
And we've talked about that before. That was built, and I'm not taking sides on this one. I'm just talking facts because I'm enjoying this little fucking.
Fuck out
of here. I'm enjoying this little pissing contest between you all.
Son, they're garbage, dog. They're
Zero.
Garbage now.
Reggie, shut up.
343 is garbage, dog.
Anyway,
they got one good thing under their belt.
I've talked about this before, and I've said that the reason 343 only had to build on the foundations Bungie already had. Or Bungie already built. So they were basically building off of a solid foundation anyway. They just needed to add to it and not fuck it up. That's why Halo 5 is still regarded as one of the best. Okay,
and they still fucked up Halo 4. And they still managed
to
fuck up Halo 4.
They did fuck up Halo 4's multiplayer. I'll be the first to admit that's the worst multiplayer.
How do you fuck up Halo 4?
They bounced back from 4 to 5, dog. What you mean?
5 story suffered. This is their chance to get good story and multiplayer.
Yeah.
We've had one or the other.
That's the only complaint that they have is they can't. They need to do both. I agree with you. They need to do both. They have to prove both.
They absolutely have to do both, or this game's a failure. Period.
Yeah.
I'll go
agreeing with that. Now, to continue on my point,
and I want Omar to go after.
I feel like that is a staple. Like it's a staple. It should have. It should have launched with it. Forge. That could have come out. That could have come out later. I would agree with a 3 month, but this should have been delayed 3 months for the co-op to be done. But here's the thing. I'll also turn around and say this. I fucking hate, and I will show my consistency with this. I fucking hate when they announce that it's going to have something and then later announce, oh, it's not going to be done, it's going to be done later down the line. I fucking, like, I hate it with this. They should have delayed it so it had it. So should have fucking The Last of Us Part 2 should have been fucking delayed so it actually had some fucking multiplayer. Okay? Now, the counter-argument, hold on. The counter-argument someone will try and fucking bring up is, what about Ghost of Tsushima? They added multiplayer later. They never fucking announced the multiplayer for it. They just dropped it out the fucking ether. They never announced the multiplayer.
All right, fair enough.
You can't really call that a comparison because one's a new IP and one is established.
No, someone is going to make that.
The comparison would be Last of Us.
The comparison is Last of Us 2, period.
No, Jubei. That's why I use that comparison, but I'm saying that somebody will try and say Ghost of Tsushima had multiplayer that dropped later. What I'm saying is Ghost of Tsushima never announced a multiplayer beforehand. They added it afterwards by surprise.
You're right. I'm gonna get off my soapbox by just saying this. Having co-op is not going to change the story or the fucking gameplay mechanics for Halo Infinite. It is not going to affect what the fuck happens at the end of that game. There's no need to delay the entire game for that one fucking mode. If it would have had something to do with story or gameplay wise, delay that shit. And they obviously saw, hey, if we launch this shit with this right now, this co-op shit's going to fuck our game up. I would rather them literally take the time and introduce that mode without bugs and flaws, so it doesn't take away the rest of the game. All I'm worried about is being able to finish this fucking campaign without it being complete shit like Halo 5, and make sure the multiplayer is as good or better than Halo 5's. That's it. Co-op can wait. Co-op can wait.
Fair enough. Let me go to my guy Omar. What's your take on this, man?
Yeah, I have few takes on it. First off is how bad was Halo last year?
That's a good point.
That's a good question.
If we right now is getting released without Forge, without Assassination, and without what's called co-op, like it makes it actually scary that according to you're free to believe the post or not, it's on Reddit, the crunch, but I'm not focusing on all that. It's common logic that they were going to crunch an entire year to fix it, but it makes it scary that Phil Spencer actually contemplated on releasing Halo like this and ending up fixing it later.
Hold on,
And
tell me.
Chris Lee's 343 wanted to release that. And Chris
Yeah.
Lee's a fucking hack. I'm so glad he's gone.
But hold on, let me just add. Let me preface something real quick.
Do you think that was a direct result of the original Halo Infinite reveal, or was that before?
Yeah.
The
reveal was so bad that this man got fired. But anyway, my thing is with like they said it in their blog. They were talking about why the delay in co-op and etc. Like Jubei mentioned it, like trying to figure out how the tethering or how they want to do it. But you also realize they also completely revamped how it looks.
Dude, how long has it been working on this game though?
But you're talking about from what it looked like?
6 years, but how long did it take them to fucking finish the engine and put all the shit they need into the engine? Then they had to take time to sit there and learn the engine that they just fucking made.
People don't realize
that all counts towards that production time. This game honestly has been in production for like 2 or 3 fucking years. It's been in pre-production for 4 years at this point.
They built a whole new engine.
Add those two shit together. Yeah, you could say 7 years, but 4 of those 7 years was pre-production, getting shit ready to even start building the fucking game.
Anyway, go ahead. Continue.
Also, you said Chris Lee wanted to release it. Doesn't Phil Spencer have the last word?
He did. He delayed that bitch.
That's why he got fired.
He fired Chris Lee and he delayed Halo.
But even Phil Spencer was contemplating on releasing that shit like this. It genuinely make you question.
Okay, right.
What are you talking
about? This quickly. Hold on. Let me quickly explain this to you.
The man delayed the game.
Think of a pyramid. Okay, Phil Spencer is the fucking diamond on top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he doesn't know about every single block, or doesn't know what's going on with every single block.
Matt Booty's supposed to. He's the head of first party.
Oh no, he's meant to, but the problem is like the man does not have and I said this, and I did say this in the same goes for Activision when I mentioned it there, and the same thing applies to Phil Spencer. That is his job, but the man is only fucking human. As much as you Xbox guys like to deify the motherfucker, he is flesh and blood. He makes mistakes, and he doesn't have 1,000 fucking eyes, despite what myth has that he's that he's God.
We also don't know what was being said to him in boardrooms, like to try to hype this shit up to kind of sway him. Like, come on.
Wait a second. What the fuck? This is Halo, your flagship title. Are you not gonna get up your fucking ass, go to the fucking company, and look what the fuck is wrong with it?
And he did. And he said, "Hey Chris." He said, "Hey Chris. Hey Chris, don't let the fucking door hit you on the way out, bud."
I get what you're saying. The man got fired.
He called Joseph like, "Hey yo, we need some help over here, bro. Yeah. I need you to come on over here and help us out." He made the moves he needed to make.
Like he bought in an ex-Bungie. He bought in an ex-Bungie. Like this is the isn't this guy? Isn't this the guy who used to head Bungie?
Yeah, he's one of the original Bungie.
Reggie.
The head of 343 is an ex-Bungie guy. There you go, motherfucker. But anyway.
Yeah, he bought in one of the ex-Bungie guys to come in.
Yeah, you see what he did? He asked ex-Bungie people to come in and make game.
He asked
by themselves to do
it. He asked one of the better Bungie guys.
You see what I'm saying?
He asked the better Bungie guy.
You can't expect Phil Spencer to micromanage.
You can't.
Game development.
He's an executive.
Like,
he's
that's
not.
That's not his job. He is the head of Xbox.
He's an executive.
Do you like? Here's the thing. I want. Hold on. I want this energy soundbite. So the next time fucking PlayStation come out with some shit, then we can ask him. What about the head of fucking PlayStation?
What about the flagship title, The Last of Us?
He doesn't even play games.
What the fuck's multiplayer?
He doesn't even.
It's the same
doesn't even
thing.
play games, so when a game comes out bad, it's his fault. He doesn't even know what a good or bad game probably looks like. Hold on, I got one for you. Hey, Omar, if you want to talk, let's use this back on you, motherfucker. When they were making Ghost of Tsushima, if they were micromanaging everything, where the fuck was your goddamn where the fuck was your lip syncing for the Japanese art, for the Japanese? Where the fuck was that? We're supposed to be...
Delay the game for some lip syncs.
And like, I guess to be fair, like even if
Dante is muted.
No, he muted himself after he said something. Go ahead, Reg. Go ahead.
I mean, after.
I was talking about the lip syncing, and then I said, what about the Ghost of Tsushima lip syncing? Why didn't the top of the PlayStation first party?
Why wasn't that delayed?
Why wasn't the Returnal delayed with all its fucking memory issues?
Returnal should have been delayed.
First of all,
let's get this man some straw so we can make this grand old straw man. Go ahead.
First of all,
Omar, say your point. I'm ready to go after. Go ahead.
First of all, the thing with the Japanese lip syncing, PlayStation is Ghost of Tsushima is not the first game to have this issue. This is a common issue with Japanese lip syncing. I've seen it with multiple games that being Japanese and what's called ported to the West.
But this is a Japanese game that encourages you to play the game in Japanese.
But not just that. Well, bad graphics are a common thing amongst video games as well. So again, I'm gonna. Do you want me to go and get you some gas for this gaslighting you're doing?
This is the easy argument. I'll go with Omar, and I want you to say it, and I want Reggie to go because I've already said this before, right? The flagship is Halo. That's true. The flagship of a studio is Naughty Dog for PlayStation. The Last of Us 1 launched with both single player and multiplayer, right? The Last of Us 2 launched with just single player. Everyone knew. Hold on. Let me finish. Omar, wait a fucking minute. All right. The Last of Us 2's multiplayer was. They're supposed to launch with it. Didn't launch. They don't have a date. There's no date of when it's coming. There's no transparency of it. And it's been over a year later, and we still don't have anything. 343 said that the co-op is coming 3 months later. It's not multiplayer. It's not a major component. It is Halo for having co-op. I know that. But I'm saying it's not going to deter you from the experience unless you want to play with someone else, fine. But I mean, like, the fact is you're missing a whole fucking section of a game that was in the first game, but yet you are not keeping that same energy. And you want to know why? Because you don't care for multiplayer.
PlayStation.
And it's PlayStation. But it's also because of that. He doesn't care.
Not only that. First of all, Last of Us 2 is almost twice as big as Last of Us 1.
Who gives a fuck?
That's still not an excuse.
That's not an excuse.
Dude, that's literally...
Halo is... How much bigger is Halo Infinite than Halo 5? It's a whole open world
1,000?
compared to Halo 5.
And a new engine.
A lot. A whole lot.
It's a lot bigger game, right? So how are you going to use that excuse for one game and not for the other game?
Consistency. That's all I care about. Just be consistent.
I would have genuinely been totally okay with them having as a welcome to Halo, If Halo came out and said, okay, look guys, we're going to focus on one component and then give you the other one a little bit later.
That's what they just did.
That's what they just did.
No,
they told you that. They were focusing on single player, making sure it's right, and co-op's coming later because we want to make sure that's right. And we're making sure Forge is right at our standards because they always push the envelope with Forge. We want to make sure that's right. Anytime you change the look of a game, you have to make sure the co-op, and then especially Forge, also comes with those changes. They said this. They were transparent. They told you exactly.
Here's the thing with Forge. Why I'm also lenient on the fact of Forge is because Forge is basically making your own goddamn shit in it. Okay.
They explain why though.
Let me finish, you bit. Go ahead. The reason why I'm why I am more lenient on that than I am the co-op is because, again, brand new engine. Like this isn't the original Halo engine that had Forge. You can't easily transfer all of that shit over. They need to redo it. It isn't. They need to completely redo it and recode it to be able to work easily and make a good interface for all of that in the new engine. That's why I'm I'm more lenient on this because I can understand. Okay, you spent over a year basically retooling this entire fucking game so it doesn't look like Climation or Craig. I'm more upset about the co-op, but the Forge I can understand.
Here's the thing: Forge actually adds things to the game. There's multiplayer modes that are born because of fucking Forge.
Yeah.
Some of them that went on to actually become fucking full-on staples in Halo.
They went on to be part of the game because Forge existed. So I'm 100% okay with them delaying that and making sure that shit works. 100%. Because, I mean, I haven't really honestly played around with Forge since Halo 3.
I'm not a
I didn't fuck with it in 4, like, and that's just me personally. I just didn't.
I made one map. I made one custom map. That's it.
Yeah.
How much notice was Xbox supposed to give? The game's not coming out for another 2-3 months.
And they told you in advance.
Yeah, they're being transparent. At least we know.
How far ahead were they supposed to tell us?
Here's a question that you could easily answer. We know when co-op's coming, right? A multiplayer-ish component for Halo. They said 3 months after launch. When is The Last of Us Multiplayer 2 coming?
I genuinely don't know.
It's a year later.
Nobody knows.
A year later.
You know where it's coming.
This is the top tier studio. They're not transparent. We have no fucking idea when it's coming.
Listen.
You know when it's coming. We all know when it's coming.
They never said a date.
They never said it. They never said it. It might be.
Listen, in last generation only, Naughty Dog released Uncharted 4, Uncharted Lost Legacy, Last of Us 2.
Uncharted had multiplayer too.
Uncharted had multiplayer at launch.
And by the way, Lost Legacy was built off of the foundation by using a lot of the same assets from Uncharted 4.
It still works.
That doesn't excuse
Miles Morales. Lost Legacy is effectively the Miles Morales to Marvel Spider-Man.
All right, so
yeah, I agree.
So Omar, did the team that did Uncharted Legacy is that the same team that did Last of Us 2, or were there two different teams working on two different games?
Two different teams.
I know
for a fact it was.
So that doesn't excuse that's not an excuse. You got two different teams working on two different games. Right?
But I am genuinely okay. No, I am okay with
it, bro.
them.
You're making excuses for them.
Sorry?
You're making excuses because one team carried its weight. It's okay that the other team doesn't. Like, that's basically what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is one company released so many games and released single player. That is fantastic, but just not to the point. And they literally said, we're working on the multiplayer, we're gonna give it to you when it's ready. I would rather them do that
a
than
year later, no update.
Which they literally did. Delayed the multiplayer.
But that you still don't know when it's coming out.
Did they delay Last of Us 2?
No.
No, they delayed.
Why not?
No, they didn't.
They missed the whole fucking component of the game.
No. They actually did delay The Last of Us 2.
Was it because of multiplayer, though? The answer to that question is no. No. The main game, that multiplayer will have nothing to do with the story and finishing the game. It has nothing to do with it. It's extra.
When did they say?
They will not give you multiplayer, Omar. They will sell you multiplayer when they release the director's cut.
Oh, they're definitely gonna. You're gonna have to pay for that multiplayer. Sell it to you.
They're not gonna give it to you. They're gonna sell it to you.
Which
I'm not
Omar
gonna
doesn't
buy
care
it.
though. Omar doesn't care about. That's the only reason why he doesn't see the hypocrisy behind this. Like it's just. But
he wants to make he wants to make an argument for another game that
he wants to make an argument for Halo that a game that he doesn't even play.
No, if this was
But I'm just saying, be consistent. Like, okay, for instance, if multiplayer was missing from Halo, me being a diehard Halo guy, I would want it delayed.
Garbage bin.
That would have to be delayed.
Hold on, couple of things. Just glancing at the Wikipedia, only three of the people that worked on Lost Legacy worked on The Last of Us Part 2.
That's wild. But I have to get everyone else's thoughts on
that.
This.
Must be that must be the multiplayer team.
That's 3 people. I got everybody else's thoughts on this. Reggie, I want your piece, and then Kofi, definitely your piece.
it's tough. I watched their live stream and like you can always tell when developers are like trying their best to appease everyone.
They're being transparent. At least they're doing that. Like they're taking the smoke. But go ahead.
Well, yes, certainly being transparent, but like, Nintendo was transparent, but it's coming. It ain't ready yet. It's coming.
The only thing Nintendo was 100% transparent on is we're going to the MCA take your ass down.
Also that. But if you watch the sort of developer diary they did a while back, like the team kept reiterating like, hey guys, and I just wanted to let you know, like we're still a test build, it's a couple months old, so like it's gonna look a little weird. We understand, and like I couldn't just help but thinking of people who like deal with internet folk regularly enough to be like, wow, it's sad that they have to keep making
especially
all of
343. They get the most smoke. They don't like. Well,
I mean, to be fair, they took over one of the world's biggest franchises.
Yes, that's true.
It is what it is. You can't just you want to play with the big dogs. You got to you deal with the consequences. I actually don't know because it's still hard for me to judge necessarily who a new generation of Halo was for. The last one was 2015. And so, like, that's still maybe close to us, but there are people a bit younger than us who, like, are aware of it. But, like, that is pre-Fortnite, Apex, just Battle Royale. Even it's not a resurgence, but, like, Call of Duty and Battlefield came back in a big, strong way from 2015 to now. To where Halo was no longer... and even though, like, I don't believe in this, and I just don't believe it. I can be wrong. I will fairly be wrong, but like even to the point where it seemed people were talking about The Last of Us multiplayer over Halo. I'm like, okay, sure, guys, I guess. But like I don't believe it. That's why nobody cares about The Last of Us multiplayer because nobody really cares about The Last of Us multiplayer.
Like, just to attach on to what Zero was saying. I'm sorry to interrupt, but like this in my opinion, this is Halo's. Like, yeah, you're right. Call of Duty and Battlefield pretty much overtook Halo a while ago, a long time ago, in fact. This, in my opinion, with obviously a lot of other games like Fortnite and everything like that, aside from the diehard faithful like Zero and Jubei, this, in my opinion, could be Halo's. Ah, God, someone's gonna smoke me for this one. Yeah, possibly their last attempt to really try and push back into that space. Otherwise, it's lost forever.
They have a big competition with Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Stop mentioning Activision Blizzard games on this podcast.
I do agree.
I do not support that.
I was about to say Activision Blizzard kind of shot themselves, but like they've still got the casuals who don't know shit about this in their pocket.
They also were World War II, so that's...
I'm buying Battlefield. Period.
Battlefield.
Call of Duty shot themselves in the foot twice. World War II, they did. And with the whole, the sexual.
No, they shot themselves in the foot with in the foot with not fucking adding anti-cheat to Warzone.
That too.
That's when he fucking
Halo
started. Then Call of Duty.
Phenomenal day one.
It's gonna be between Battlefield and Halo.
Because every Halo has sold well. Like I don't like. I'm
and
not
Battlefield doesn't have free to play, so
putting this in. It possibly, but I don't know. Again, the thing is, the landscape has just changed.
Right.
Like the landscape is so very different now. And like we would, if Fortnite came out, Fortnite might have come out in 2015. I don't remember when it dropped. But if Fortnite dropped during like let's say Halo 4. Like, no one would be looking at Fortnite like, this thing isn't about to take on Halo. Like, what are these weird-looking textures and, like, these dumb guns? Like, we play Halo over here. 4. We play big boy games.
Kyle was king in Halo 4 era. That's the reason why Halo 4 tried to copy
2017.
And so, like, the whole landscape has changed. And so I've always been curious about what Halo, who's this gonna, like, be for? Because a lot of people screaming for co-op are people like me and probably like FC, who grew up on co-op. Like, I've never played a Halo campaign by myself because during college I always was with someone and we played through together. Like that, I think maybe except for one. No, one is even co-op as well.
Yes, all of them are.
Yeah, so it's just like, it is not the earth-shattering event that people are making it out to be, but it is this weird thing where, like, in a world where Psychonauts 2, which is this like a direct sequel to an almost 20-year-old game that that did very well and that people really have been clamoring for years, with another series that has existed just as long, also really longer, and it's like a key feature to like the history of that game franchise.
Yeah.
That's just not here, and of course it's coming in 3 months, and so it's not like, again, it's not an earth-shattering thing. But I wonder what the thought process is, and because it feels like two things are happening where they're doing their best to stay up with modern times and understanding we got to get the multiplayer out, we got to get the story out. But still wanting to make it feel like, hey guys, but like this is your Halo. We want you to make sure it's your Halo. And you know, they have direct competition. You don't have to like them, but like they've been around for a long time now, and both the games are doing strong enough to probably continue. But Destiny's sitting right here, and it seems like Halo will be the closest thing to what Destiny is currently.
Nobody cares about no
this
damn
sort
Destiny.
This sort of open share. I mean, it's still here.
It's still here.
I
still play it. I still play it.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Not shame on me. Destiny is better now than it's ever been. It's
okay to wait for it. It's okay to wait now. Apparently,
I will give a shit about Destiny 2 when they add the entirety of the Destiny 1 campaign. It all flows seamlessly.
No,
I get it. I understand.
Apparently, Destiny 2 now has a story after 4 years after launch. So, congratulations.
I mean, Destiny has always had a story.
Congratulations, Bungie.
I mean, Destiny has always had a story. It was just told badly.
Because
Destiny 1 with the Taken
the ghost that had Halo, by the way, trash.
Absolutely, but they already told 4 excellent Halo stories, and as you said, the new 343 team had to go get some Bungie dudes to help them with their Halos.
The execution, I'll give you that.
I'm just saying, like Bungie's record speaks for itself. We don't have to do that. It's up to 343 to prove themselves, not for Bungie to prove themselves. They can fall and do whatever because they exist. 343 is Microsoft's big dog.
Yep.
And they fell on like a sword and a dagger because, like I said, I've said this before. I haven't played Halo 4 recently. Like we've agreed, the multiplayer for that was shit. The story for that was ass all the way until the end, and the ending is the only thing I remember about that fucking story because it was actually an impactful, good fucking ending with Cortana sacrificing herself. Then they fucked it all up with Halo 5 story. And the multiplayer for that was solid, hence why 1.5 swords.
Yeah, so look, I think Halo's gonna be fine. Like there is like, I guess if you got to give some percentage, there's I guess a 1% chance here that this game isn't going to do gangbusters. But like this game is gonna sell well.
Power crashed them Azure servers.
People will not be able to get in the day the game launches. We will be seeing server crashes and people waiting 30 minutes plus. You have match.
You just have no idea how fun that fucking alpha was that I got to play. Like I didn't care if I won or lost. Like I haven't in a long time played like a multiplayer shooter where I just was having fucking fun just playing the game.
Dude, the next test when it's PvP, Halo's gonna be breaking the internet.
They're doing big team battles too. So we're gonna get the big.
I'll be there for that.
And let's be honest
How
here.
big are we talking? Are we talking 16 versus 16, or are we talking 32 versus 32?
I don't know what they're.
It's 32-32, right?
I don't know. It's
I don't know that.
Their big team battle is, I think it's still 12 on 12. I think it's still
maybe 12 on 12.
I would have liked to have seen them like evolve that, like have like extra large battles, like maybe 32 versus 32. Could you imagine that on large maps? On big, giant, large maps, just a bunch of fucking multicolored Spartans, some of them in samurai armor, just charging at each other with plasma swords. Come on, tell me that would not be a fucking.
I do want them to involve big team battles.
Yeah, I just think like,
and I think Forge is going to help with that. Forge is going to allow them to evolve it, but they need to get it right though, because it's going to come from somebody in the community is going to figure out the balance for that shit. It's not going to be on 343 to do that. Fucking big team battle is going to be made or broken by how good Forge is.
And it has room to grow. Like if it doesn't come out and isn't as stellar as people want it to be, sure, that's fine. Destiny didn't. Battlefield didn't. The Star Wars anyway, Battlefront.
Battlefront didn't once, no.
Battlefield, the last Battlefield didn't do that hot either.
No, Battlefield 5. No, Here's the thing though. Battlefield 5 crashed for multiple goddamn reasons.
Yeah. I think the only like
the multiplayer
shooter,
was fun, but they didn't do
No,
that.
no, because that pissed off a lot of people because they fucked up the time to the traditional time to kill.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, I still enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
I think the only shooter, like, I guess big shooter of the big names that kind of came and went was Hardline.
Yeah.
Like that was the only one I can think of where just like
I didn't even finish that campaign. Fuck that damn game.
Yeah, like Hardline just came and went, and it was like, yeah, we're just gonna talk about
Overwatch 2 is gonna come and go too.
Maybe
Overwatch that has its own problems. Yeah.
I'll have to slightly disagree. Battlefield 5 came and went, probably as quick as Hardline, but Battlefield 5 came and went pretty goddamn fucking quick.
It went quick. They had Firestorm, where they was trying to their answer to fucking Warzone, and it sucked. Nobody.
Yeah,
flop.
You're right. Yeah, that's true.
What did not help them is the fact that DICE did anything and everything within their power to piss off their audience.
Did they not fuck themselves up with the whole
political agenda shit? Yes, they did.
They did, and the campaign was shit too. It was like
the only good fucking campaign that came out was literally the fucking last one, and it was the Tiger missions. And I've seen them where you're playing as the German tank Tiger.
Oh, like, in 5 you're talking about?
In 5. That's literally the only good fucking campaign one because it was the one that put you in a perspective we've very rarely been in and left some fucking impression on you. Where a lot of it didn't, and one of them they literally stole from a real world fucking event with the heavy water and literally made it a fucking 15-year-old girl did it all when a whole fucking team of commandos did it without firing a shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I hate like that was sorry. Just gotta get it out. That was the one that's why I never bought Battlefield 5, and that's the whole thing I hate about the games industry then and now, where they're just forcing that political shit in. Like that. Like heavy fucking handed.
So, again, Halo, my only thought is, but like, I'm sure it's fine. It's just I'm still trying to figure out whose Halo is this going to be. Is it mine from my college days? Is it the kids who grew up on Halo 3? Is it the new kids who grew up on Fortnite and et cetera, et cetera? Like they're supposed to have a battle royale mode. What if the battle royale mode is better than the actual shooting mode and we get a bit of a Fortnite situation?
Here's the thing. With Forge, you can make your own battle royale mode. You can make it as good as you want to. If you have the skills, you can do it.
I mean, they're supposed to be launching with one, I thought, right? Like,
there's no battle royale. There's no battle royale.
But there's rumors.
And I think, like I said, if Forge is as good as it's supposed to be, they don't need to make it themselves. Somebody out there is going to do it.
No. What I was saying is, what do people like me or FC or even you, who have a very specific viewpoint of Halo, do if Microsoft sees that whoever just made this super tight battle royale mode and just focuses on that, a la Fortnite? Do we just sort of wipe our hands with it and say, well, Halo's still around, I guess, right? But not our Halo.
No.
And I don't think this is gonna happen because only Fortnite was the one that happened. Like Call of Duty still exists pretty well with Warzone.
And but Fortnite's battle royale had to happen because that game was going to die. If they had just released Save the World, that shit was going to flop and die, and we would never talk about it ever.
No, it did. No, Jubei, you got it wrong. They did just release Just to Die, and then the battle royale mode was just a side thing that they didn't.
They released it. They released it in beta. I would know because I fucking paid. Yeah. I fucking paid to play it, and I'm like, this is garbage. And then Battle Royale happened, and then Save the World is actually pretty damn good now, but it launched garbage. It absolutely launched garbage.
So like it's going to be a big to do about honestly nothing. But I am just very curious. I mean, I wish it had co-op. I think that's one of the funnest parts about Halo is like playing with your boys.
It will have co-op.
When it launches.
Yeah.
When it launches.
So for people like you can wait 3 months.
Absolutely. But I think just like Street Fighter had just online modes, and it was like, okay, I can wait. But man, it'd just be nice. I've been playing Street Fighter for the last 20 years.
Like Dante, you can wait 3 more months.
Really be nice if I could just play like a story mode without having to just forcibly be online. But like it'll be fine. I'm just very curious to see what this new era of Halo is going to look like.
Like I said, if it blows us away, the 3-month wait is not going to matter.
Okay, I do agree with that. I think I now actually can narrow it down to why it not launching with co-op hurts me the most. Actually, I think I can narrow it down immediately. It's because it's the first brand new Halo to launch with crossplay.
Oh, that's
I
true.
think that's why it annoys me the most, is because this is going to be their first brand new Halo to launch with crossplay. So I'm going to have to wait 3 months to play with guys who only play on Xbox to play the campaign with.
Yeah,
That's fine.
but
But
look how long it took them. Look how long it took them to get crossplay right for Master Chief Collection. Look how long it took them to be able to get.
That's
ever enable
my
it?
point. That's what exacerbates it even more, is the fact that it took them so
forever.
long to get it done there. That's what exacerbates it, is it took them that fucking long to actually get it working in the Master Chief Collection. We still got to wait 3 months, and like I said, this is the first brand new Halo game to come out with crossplay.
Fair enough. I gotta get Kofi's perspective on this, man. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, man. It was nice to listen to a lot of you guys. I agree with parts of what most of you have said. I think for me, as a person who has not played Halo in a long time, I definitely enjoyed Halo 2's campaign. I enjoyed Halo 3. No, I enjoyed Halo Reach. I think Halo Reach's story,
Reach is the best
even though
campaign.
it's to me, I would say definitely it was a great way to grow the universe for Halo. When I think of Halo, I'm from a hater's perspective. This is a hater's perspective. I'm reminded of whenever I'm about to go to GameStop and buying a new game, people are looking at me strange because I don't have Halo in my hand. To me, that meant Bungie or Xbox or 343, when in the early days, could easily be the biggest influencer in the first-person space that's not World War II. But it was so big that it would overstep those competitors. And Dante put very well that in these days, with things like Battlefield and Vanguard coming out, and them basically having annual releases, it's a different playing field from Halo's prior release. But I'm always looking for the Halo IP, regardless of who's developing it, to be the defining standard for how great first-person shooters could be. I want them to lead. I want everybody to be like, what is 343 doing? Because they're so good at XYZ that they can make everybody else be influenced in some sort of way. Not copy them, but to say, wow, look at how well they do. Now, for the reason why I feel that way is because I think that's what it means to be a platform holder. So if you have a Breath of the Wild, or you have something like something, I don't know, a game that defines Last of Us, a game that has some sort of technical achievement that can be associated with the reputation of that developer, is so important to me. So yes, there's a lot of controversy around The Last of Us, but one thing they did excellently was character animations and being in that environment and feeling like that had almost, you'd never seen something at that level, even with the weakness of the play. Hold on, because I was very patient. So when I want that type of competition, I don't really. I think no. Somebody said it just perfectly. Jube, you said it perfectly. If I am disappointed that a game has been waiting this long, and the new engine, and this is their opportunity not to go and define first-person shooters or define that quality. If what they release this year is like, oh, that is excellent, I think Jube's right. I don't think it's going to matter. If this comes out, gets a 92 Metacritic, and it's awesome, and you shooting people down, 3 months will be here in no time, and everybody's going to be ready, right? Because now we believe in 343, probably for the first time, like to say, oh, they got this right at launch, whatever they give us, that'll make the difference. And I want that so bad, because to me, that's how you define your platform. And I just don't. I'm so I'm so interested in that, and I don't want to take dumps on Xbox anymore. I've been doing that for years. I'm just tired of it. It's now a year into the Xbox, Series X being out, and Dante did put this well. Like, after all this time, no, I think it was Reggie. After all this time, this is your shot. And I think FC, you even agree. Let's say that this is not great.
And I'm out.
Maybe 343 doesn't need to be doing Halo anymore.
A big fact.
Yep. In that case, get him off it. Get him off it.
I'm on record saying if this game is trash, if it's not,
they were given.
5, I'm out.
They've made pretty games. They were given all this lore, but they haven't
done
shit with it.
It's like the Star Wars situation.
All they've done is polish. They. I don't want a Bungie impression. I want a 343 game. That we need to get that at this point.
It might upset people like Reggie, who's old school Halo, but I don't give a fuck. Like you said, who's this for? It's not for you old motherfuckers. I don't care. Move on.
One more thing I wanted to point out. So I do resonate with what Omar was saying. Like, but I think I already made that point where I really wish there was here was something that kind of made me uncomfortable. It wasn't the most recent transparency that they had. You're right. Somebody had mentioned, maybe it was FC or no, Pharaoh said something about like at least they were transparent and
I said that
90 days from release at least, or 60 days, whatever. That I do respect that. The announcement they had before, to me, did not sell a lot of confidence. Maybe that's just me. But when they were, it was the two devs like sitting in a chair across from each other. They were kind of in a mode where they were like, we know, like Craig made us a little bit uncomfortable, but don't worry, the game's gonna be good. To me, it wasn't a punch in the face. It wasn't like, oh god dang, this game gonna be everything.
That was the one where I was saying they were trying to quell every argument they could that would come across them. I think from like, they were like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I know it's not this. But we're going to get it there, which I agree. That wasn't a good showing.
I gotta ask them, if Craig made them uncomfortable, why the fuck did they not show the improvement at what's called E3? Hey!
They don't want to show the same campaign twice, and they don't want to show more than they don't want to show more than they need to show. So they focused on the multiplayer.
Hold on. Time out. Omar, they're not here to impress you. You're not gonna get the game, right? They have to impress me.
And me.
And Jubei.
And me.
Halo cats, right?
And me 3 months later.
Yeah, and Reggie who gets it eventually.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And that's who they impress. They shouldn't try to impress you, Omar. You don't play multiplayer. You never played a Halo in your life. It doesn't matter about you. It matters about the Halo fans in the universe, right? They had to improve on Craig, right? But what they did, they said, you know what? We're working on that. You'll see it when you see it, and it better be fucking good. But the multiplayer is here, and it's fire. From what everyone looked at it, it's fire.
And the multiplayer is fire. And here's the
that is what the Halo fans are excited about. And they're like, okay, let's see what you got for campaign, because that's what you also need to hit out the park.
They're putting pressure on themselves. They're putting pressure on themselves is now because they're not showing campaign. It has to fucking deliver. If we haven't seen shit about it since the shitty reveal last year, it absolutely has to be fuego. Otherwise, again, it's a failure.
You'd be hard pressed to convince me that the textures for the multiplayer are different than the textures for the single player. The
textures was nice.
You'd be hard pressed to get me to believe that. I'm not pressed to see Craig. I'm pressed to see the game. Like,
thank you. That's
like,
weird.
I know y'all guys love them. Like, make a meme out of that one thing, but
I don't give a fuck about Craig. I want to make sure the campaign is fire. That's it.
Here's the thing though, for me, and I did say this after E3, I was disappointed that we didn't see any improvement from the single player. Like the specific words I said was, I feel like they should have played side by side comparison, like step for step, the original release and the new and improved version, going through the same motion, like that side swipe thing they like doing in some trailers, like, oh, there's the old, here's the new. I would have liked to have seen that, but
I don't think they should do that.
Here's the thing: they still have time to do that.
They might do that at Gamescom.
Yeah, they might do it tomorrow. They might do it tomorrow.
Yes,
we don't know.
Which is fine. And the multiplayer, the multiplayer textures will most likely be what is in the campaign anyway. That's usually how it goes these days. And the one thing from the Halo reveal that we did get, the updated one where we saw Cortana 2.0, that I did like was or hell, even from the original one, which I did like, was it was a smooth transition from the cinematics to the main game, which has always bugged me about Halo. I've always hated it when they've done that fucking that white face.
The shit. Yeah, the shit with the.
They got that from Sony. They took that from
when you're in a cutscene and then suddenly it just goes bright white and then it's going first.
They definitely took that from Sony. Sony does that well. They took that transition from Sony.
And I've always
it's a one shot now. It's all a one shot.
It's all in one shot, which is again why I said that's why I believe that the textures you see in the multiplayer are going to be the textures you see in game,
or they.
In the single player, because
that's the floor. That's the floor, though. Like the textures in campaign, because you don't have to worry about as many players, could be better. Could be better because you have less to worry about.
Not necessarily, because you also I wouldn't say they're better. They're just as good for the simple reason, like you don't have to worry about all the other players, but you still have to worry about populating that world with enemies, foliage, and loading a lot more of that world.
If you can't see it. As we know, game design works. If you can't see it, do they have to load it? The answer to that question is also no.
All right.
No, they don't.
Kofi, go finish your point, sir.
I kind of lost my train of thought, but that's okay. I got most of what I wanted across. I think that I don't want to make comparisons to what Bungie's doing with Destiny now. Obviously, Halo could be amazing a year from this date.
Yeah.
We're all the way out. Forge is back. Cross plays. Everything's good. Servers are working. I really hope that's the case. I guess I really like Jubei said, I really want something to be amazing at launch. I know that they're cutting out a bunch of stuff, and to be honest, I'm not really happy about that. But if what they give us is dope and it's at least critically acclaimed in some respect,
Kofi,
then I can.
What you not happy about? I'm confused. What do you mean? The co-op stuff?
Oh, I guess I felt like to be honest with you, I felt embarrassed seeing the debut of Halo with Craig and everything, because I was hyping up the fact that Halo had been gone for so long, and there was the discussion of this new engine, and I thought it was going to be a complete 180. Like I thought we were going to see like something amazing last year.
Remember when they said they wanted Halo to get that God of War, what's called reboot? And then within that reveal, I remember that shit.
Right, and then to me, I'm like, is this just the same?
343 said that for Xbox.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know. I just felt like I'm like, is this the same 343 that was disappointing with X game or Y game? And I don't know. That put me down.
Can I just add just a quick thing? The one thing I don't think they've nailed in Halo in any aspect is the actual story part of it. So how do you think they're gonna do with this upcoming story?
And that's their test, and that's the only thing for me.
If you want, the story is already leaked.
I don't want to. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, I didn't.
The story, the whole story is not leaked. A part of the campaign released.
I don't want to hear nothing about that leak. I want to play it by myself, which I've been accustomed to doing ever since I've been an adult. I mean, I haven't done co-op in a long time, so I can't wait to play it. And hopefully, it's fire. If it's fire, then
who was it? Was it Ensemble or was it 343 that did the story for Halo Wars 2?
Halo Wars 2 was not. Ensemble got. Didn't they get? No, Ensemble got cut after Halo Wars 1. Who did Halo Wars 2? It was 343 and someone else.
Halo Wars 2. Halo Wars 2 story is fantastic.
It's true.
It is.
Let me look. Halo Wars 2. You muted. It's Creative Assembly.
Yeah, Creative Assembly.
Creative Assembly and 343. So they both work.
Now, my question is, did Creative Assembly do all of that story? Or
I'm looking. I'm actually looking right now. Because I sorry, what I was saying when I was muted. I've said that Halo 2 story is probably the best fucking Halo story that's been written in fucking years.
Yeah, Halo Wars,
probably a fucking over a decade.
I agree. I actually agree. Halo Wars 2 story is actually better than Reach. So.
Yep.
Oh wow!
It's better than 4 and 5. Reach,
No,
I
it's
would
better
say
than
it's on par. I enjoyed because Reach at least had the emotional depth.
Yeah.
But Reach only ever ends one way. You already
Exactly.
know.
That is true, but so does Halo. So does Halo Wars 2. Only ends one way. Which again, with the way that Halo.
Did you know how Halo Wars 2 was going to end, though?
I didn't know anything about Halo
did
Wars
not.
2 story.
Didn't know about that.
You absolutely knew how Reach was going to end because you know how the story goes.
And to be fair, we all knew how Halo Wars 2 was going to end because of fucking Halo 5. And again, with the fact that I'll be fucking upset if they don't fucking actually continue the story of 5 because I actually want a conclusion to that story. As awful as it is, it sets up things that I would actually like to see the fucking conclusion of.
They can't be afraid of their fan base because the fan base is fucking rapid, right? For Halo, 343 needs to shed its skin from Bungie and just be yourself, be 343, and make the game in your image. Fuck what the fans say, because the fans are too. They're split.
It feels like they're afraid of their fan base.
They are. They're definitely.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. Yeah,
they're definitely afraid.
Honestly, they should. Here's the thing: they should be afraid. They should be afraid that if they put out subpar shit, that they're not gonna get.
That's the issue with Star Wars. That's the issue with Star Wars. These guys are so afraid that they lose the creative freedom of making. If you're an artist and you're afraid of the fucking rapid fan base that you have, you don't want to step on people's toes. You don't want to be a fucking artist and make art with no compromise.
And what you want to do is you don't want to go as far as say EA Sports with fucking Madden, where they just don't care. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck what we want. They just gonna drop whatever they're gonna drop because they know
2K as well.
They know
2K,
they know it's gonna be money. That's
2K is the same way. Like
exactly.
They don't go fuck.
It's finding that middle ground where you're gonna do what you want to fucking do, but we as consumers don't suffer with a shitty product. What's up?
Right.
You said 2K lost you?
They lost me. Yeah, they lost me years ago, B.
Oh yeah, facts. Never. 2K13 was the last 2K I played. I'm never touching that shit again.
I heard the new one was actually pretty solid.
No. I heard it's the worst. You said there's a whole bunch of YouTube people like, do not play this.
Oh, was it? Okay, never mind then.
It's supposed to be
right.
Really bad.
Okay, so here's the thing: fucking Halo has multiple different fucking writers every single fucking game.
Yeah, who wrote that?
What?
Who wrote Halo Wars 2 story?
That's where I'm getting to. His name's Kevin Grace. He's the former managing editor of 343 Industries and the former franchise manager of the Halo franchise from 2009 to 2018. He worked closely on internal and external talent, crafting many Halo universe titles, including books, comics, animation, and games. In addition, he has partaken in the editing of Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST and a variety of other games published by Microsoft. So this was a dude who clearly had his roots in the entire fucking franchise as it was.
And I guarantee when we look at the credits, we gonna see that dude's name. At least we better if 343's management isn't completely.
I mean, he was with 343, so he created the story. So yeah, they can make a good story. They just gotta put it together.
Like I just said, former.
Right. Before when it was Halo Wars 2 was out, he was with 343.
He wrote Halo Wars 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, hold up. Halo Wars 2. When was that? That was 2017. This was on the cusp of him leaving, actually.
Yeah. So the story is one of the first things you do. All right, but everyone makes good points. Like for me, I just want to just touch upon it real quick. Co-op for those who don't know about Halo, yes, Halo has always had co-op. Always, it's part of its staple, right? And that's where a lot of the uproar is coming from, because it's like, well, Halo always had this. What even Omar, who's not even a Halo person, but it's the franchise, blah blah blah. Like, true, that is true. But like Jubei was saying, it does not deter you from playing the single player. As long as it doesn't affect the campaign, you can still play co-op. You just have to wait. Just wait 3 months.
Who wants some good news? Who wants some hope in their lives right now?
But I don't want the shit delayed for fucking people who want to play co-op. Fuck y'all. I don't want it delayed.
Who wants some hope in their lives for the story of Halo Infinite?
Go ahead, man.
It's being penned by the same dude who was the writer for Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Paul Crocker.
Interesting.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean,
Yep.
we 343 gets so much shit from everyone, and like it is what it is. All I'm saying, like the multiplayer looks good, which I'm happy about. I can't wait to play that. I'm hoping the campaign is fire, and we'll find out soon. So far, Microsoft's been hitting. So far, Microsoft's been batting pretty well with their recent first-party studios.
Especially past like 2.5 years.
Yeah, they have been. If you look at just look at the Metacritic for those critically acclaimed games, like Kofi wants to talk about all the damn time. They've been
Yeah, like what's it called? I think they deserve
pretty well.
credit for Flight Simulator.
Yeah,
I mean, like
that's
to
their
me,
that's
you
their
know,
game though. That was their first game
I'm
before
pretty
they even
sure-
had Xbox.
in some ways that
I'm
there's
pretty sure
technical
their lowest
improvement.
rated game, like in the past like 2.5 years, is Battletoads.
What was
That's
that
not
rated?
that's not first party though. I'm talking about first party.
No, it is. Battletoads
It
is
is
first
first
party.
No, but
It is
it's
first
not
party.
Who made it?
Yeah,
Who made it?
it might not be
Delilah Studios
their
made
IP.
it. It wasn't first party.
But they own the IP. It's Rare's IP, motherfucker.
I understand that, motherfucker, but who made it?
Hold on.
So it's a first party IP, but not a first party.
Thank you. They didn't make it. A first party studio did not make the game. It's
That they
common sense.
contracted out. I think if Rare made it,
you.
it probably would have been better.
It wasn't first party. Just like Demon Souls, Demon Souls
Developers,
wasn't made by
Rare.
first party. No,
Oh,
Rare,
Rare actually Rare is listed as a developer. They helped. So
they didn't make the game
technically
though. It was
speaking-
Delilah Studio. We already had this argument. Delilah Studios.
Yeah, it's Delilah, but
Rare
Yes,
probably
but Rare-
oversaw this
Rare-
garbage ass game, but they didn't make the game.
okay.
You wanna down that hell? Go ahead.
I'm good, man.
It's fine.
So anyway, with all this slander, we'll find out, man. So for those
No,
who
that
are
was a
waiting,
shit game.
for those who are waiting on co-op, like I said, just wait. I mean, it's not the end of the fucking world. If you really pressed about it, 3 months, just wait 3 months. Play multiplayer, go to campaign when it comes out. At least you know it's coming. And for everybody else, just fucking play the game. Hopefully it's good, and we'll find out. We have a lot of games to come out this year, so gaming is good regardless. And we'll leave it at that, man. Let's get this outro out the way, man, for first time in a while, man. Dante, man, where people find you?
People can find me at Dante Crisis on Instagram, Twitter, and the Dante Crisis on Facebook. I'm currently streaming on Tuesdays Pokemon Let's Go. Wednesdays I'm doing Dark Souls 3. Thursdays is Mass Effect 2. I'm currently doing odds and ends. And right now I'm currently doing a Let's Play of Battlefield 3, which is still going on. Ikaruga tied up today, which was fun. And I think the next playthrough that's going to be starting is, I think it might be Def Jam Fight for New York. So
Did you say Ikaruga, the arcade, the game?
yeah,
The top-down shooter, right?
The top-down
Yeah.
shooter?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's what's up, man.
the bullet hell game. Yes, it took me two parts and a grand total of like probably about half an hour, just over half an hour to complete.
Wow.
Nice.
But yeah, but that's not why you can. But if you go over there, like I said, oh no, I apologize. It's not Def Jam 5 in New York that starts next. It's Little Nightmares.
Oh, nice.
I want to play that.
Yeah, that's a good game.
I finally started Little Nightmares,
play
and Zero, you will be happy. So to everybody who might not know, I have a Patreon, and currently on my Patreon there is a poll going on, and Zero will be very happy because currently one of the games that is currently being voted on for me to Let's Play next is Hollow Knight.
About gosh darn time.
Which game?
You haven't
Since
played
Hollow
all.
Knight.
You haven't played Hollow Knight?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
It is
Um,
it's a masterpiece.
I haven't beat it yet. I'm on the last.
Currently-
Anytime I see anybody slander that fucking game, it just proves how.
Yeah,
fucking
I saw
stupid.
somebody talking
That
negative
game-
about it. I'm like,
Oh,
the fuck
no,
outta here.
no.
Yeah.
Correct, Kofi. It wasn't someone. It was a pony talking negative.
was it?
about Yeah. I was
He
like,
was
My
saying
oh,
the game that bots
my
play.
only issue with
Oh.
Hollow Knight is no,
Still
not
not better
Hollow
than
Knight.
Ori. Ori's way
Yeah,
better.
Hollow Knight is that you need a slot to make use of the fucking map.
The map is
Are you-
fucking trash.
Are you fucking kidding? No, not the map.
I don't like
that
the map.
you need to sacrifice what's called a space for your
for the map. It's
Yeah.
a slot where you have, which
That's
I am
genuinely
I'm
stupid.
perfectly fine with, because that game is probably an adorable 2D version of a Dark Souls game, which they don't have maps.
That's a good point.
You just run.
Yeah,
Neo don't have a map.
Metroidvania. It's a Metroidvania. A Metroidvania should
No,
have maps. by default.
I see what Reg's talking
So
about.
play it though, Dante. While it certainly
Like I
is.
said, what is currently, it's a 4-way tie between 4 games. Dead Island, Halo Reach. So don't know about that Halo here. Hollow Knight, and again, actually, fucking ironically, speaking of Halo and this series in the same breath, Batman Arkham Origins.
Nice.
Oh, good luck with that one.
I've already done Batman 1 and 2.
We gotta keep moving. Jubei, where people find you?
Yep, you can find me at Jubei Sensei on Twitter, Jubei X Sensei on gaming platforms, and again, I'm gonna be wrapping up 12 minutes and playing
Nice.
Psychonauts 2 this week.
Nice.
I want it done in 12 minutes.
Wait, when's it come out? I thought it come out on the 28th. When does it come out?
It's already
The
out. 12 minutes already
25th.
out.
12 minutes is out already.
No, I'm talking about
But-
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts is 2 days.
2 days. Bet.
2 days.
I'll be on that.
Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
1 day, 1 hour, and 58 minutes.
If it
He
comes-
just fucking got it timed.
It would technically be midnight. It would be a Wednesday. It comes out on Wednesday.
Roger that. All right. Omar, where people find you?
Yeah, people can find me at Caravan Scott on Twitter.
You better be
I'm
judgment,
actually-
motherfucker.
I'm actually playing Psychonauts right now. Well, before the stream started.
You're gonna
on my
play it,
laptop.
motherfucker. Before Omar was even on the podcast, one of the very first messages he sent me was like, "Dude, Psychonauts, it's so good. You gotta play it."
Yeah, it is good, but I'm just not happy with the stream. And especially, I would have loved to have the dual sense
Upgrade, yeah.
in Psychonauts.
True. All right, Pharaoh, people find you.
You can find me on Twitter at Pharaoh Bazaar.
Yes, sir. Zero.
Guys, it is a blast to be here. You can find us, of course, on Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon Music, anywhere where you will probably find people having hard opinions about what OnlyFans content creators should do is probably where we will be. You can find me, of course, at 0x386. As always, it's been a blast, and I will update you guys as soon as we figure out where we're going when we delete our OnlyFans page.
There it is, man. And challenge this man in that
hearing
Pokemon
this
mobile, man.
alternatives.
Pokemon mobile.
no,
I want to see
Honestly,
who can beat this
don't
dude.
challenge me. I need a squad, man. I need a squad to run with. Like, I run support, so I need some
Really?
attackers on my squad.
I might bite the butt because I like MOBAs, man, and it's interesting. I don't know.
Come on, dog. It's 10 minutes. It's not even asking for a lot of your time.
That's true, man. I'm a middle laner, so. All right.
Okay, we can jungle it up. All right, I got you.
Yes, sir. Kofi, where people find you?
As usual, guys, creative_Kofi on Twitter. By the way, shout out to Bloody Knuckles.
Yes,
We're
sir.
working on bringing back the Smash podcast, which again, we get to nerd out over anime. So I need to start watching anime. I'm actually going to finally get back into Vinland Saga, which was really great. I just stopped. Shout out to Pharaoh because I need to finish Blood Iron Orphans. I'm going to finish that. And then I'm finally going to start watching
Demon Slayer.
Gintama because Mutual on Twitter said Gintama is like the best thing ever.
I just started watching it.
Demon Slayer.
Really? Gintama?
Yeah.
You're in for a treat.
Demon Slayer's the best. Sorry.
Is it?
Super.
Okay.
It's the
I
best.
would
It's the
recommend-
best. It's the
Yeah,
best.
Okay, I guess I have to give it a chance.
Oh, hold
Can I
on.
send a resume?
Kofi
Can I
says,
send
"Is
a
it?" When
resume?
I say it's fire, but when Reggie says fire, oh, now I gotta give it a chance. I see how it is. I see how it is.
Reggie's more
But
reputable.
I gotta agree with our fearless leader here. Demon Slayer is fire.
Fire.
Yes, it is fire.
All right,
but
I haven't given it a
would
good enough chance then.
I would put Jujutsu Kaisen over Demon Slayer. But that's just me.
I like Kaizen, but for me, the art style. If you're an artist, Kofi, Demon Slayer has better art, in my opinion.
I'm like
You
5
also-
episodes into Demon Slayer, and I'm 2 episodes into Jujutsu Kaisen. But the jury's out on both. I'll say I haven't made any decisions yet. I'll just watch
I'm
it.
curious to know
You
what you
also-
think, because Slayer's better.
And also, if I can't worm my way somehow onto that podcast, you also need to sit down and watch Assassination Classroom and Welcome to Demon School.
Yes.
Yes,
so
I
you
do.
can talk
Look,
about it.
We might have to
Yes,
make this.
yes,
I
I
don't know. Maybe we'll do an anime section. I don't know. But anyway, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna see
need to.
Violent.
All right.
We need
This is
to.
Vitamin G Gaming Podcast. You already know what it is. Keep it gaming. We out here. Peace.
Later.
I'm on the outside looking in.